This is the second part of our podcast on Battle of Longanewala, and this part covers the withdrawal from Longanewala. On 6 December 1971, 1st Punjab was engaged by Indian artillery and attacked by Indian tanks as per Brigadier Rizvi's account. There is considerable discrepancy in dates stated by Brigadier Rizvi and dates mentioned in Indian accounts. Prawal's book states that Indian response was very slow and Indian attacks did not begin until 7th or 8th December. Rizvi's dates are definitely wrong because all Indian accounts maintain that Indian infantry and tank operations did not commence before morning 8th December 1971. Indian Armored Corps historian differs from Indian official history and claimed that Indian advance from Longanewala towards Pakistan border commenced on morning of 7th December 1971. As per Indian Armored Corps historian, Indian brigade, whose name or number he did not bother to mention, advanced with 20 lancers, less a squadron on two axes on both sides of Longanewala Gabbar track about 10 km apart. The map below illustrates this plan of advance. As you can see, Indian pursuit plan to drive 18 division back into Pakistan, 7 December 1971. As you can see, this is the 30th Indian Infantry Brigade. As you can see, two squadrons of tanks attacking, as you can see, and 6 independent squadron in the middle. As you can see, the Pakistani defense has 1st Punjab towards the north, 10th Punjab towards the south, and 38 Baluch in the depth. 20 FF is in the rear of 38 Baluch, as you can see. This is the Indian attack plan. And these two battalions are defending 10th Punjab and the 1st Punjab. The Indian pursuit force comprised 322 infantry brigade comprising 3 infantry battalions, 4 Maratha light infantry, 3rd Jat and 13 Kumaon, and 20 lancers less squadron AMX 13 tanks. 2 battles took place in the pursuit phase of Longanewala battles on 8th December and 9th December. 7th and 8th December 1971 battle. The only Pakistani account we have for this battle is Brigadier Rizvi's incomplete account, unsupported by any map. You can imagine the amount of difficulties this scribe had in even making sense of this battle. As per Rizvi, 10th Punjab was deployed on right of Longanewala Gabbar track. 1st Punjab was deployed on left of the Longanewala Gabbar track, and 38 Baluch was in the depth. Rizvi also most vaguely stated that 20 FF was there, and we may assume that it was behind 38 Baluch. Practically 20 FF had zero role in these battles, as it only suffered 2 fatal casualties in whole of the 1971 war, but Rizvi claims that 20 FF was also there in delaying position battles. First defensive position occupied by 1st Punjab, 10th Punjab and 38 Baluch on night 5th 6th December 1971. As you can see, this is the first defensive position in Kharotar .410 area 1st Punjab on the left and 10 Punjab on the right, 38 Baluch and 25 in the depth. As you can see, Indian 30 Brigade and 20 Lancers arrive from Kishangarh, as you can see, like this. And now they are planning to attack this Pakistani delaying position, as you can see. This is the scale of the map and this is the general map. First defensive position occupied by 1st Punjab, 10 Punjab and 38 Baluch on night 5th 6th December 1971. Indian Armored Corps historian did not report any tank lost on 7 December 1971. As per Indian Armored Corps historian, the Indians lost one AMX-13 tank on 8 December 1971. Brigadier Rizvi claimed that 2 Indian tanks were destroyed by 1st Punjab with recoilless guns, rocket launchers and Energa grenades. Lieutenant Muhammad Munir Akbar moved forward and destroyed a tank with a rocket launcher. It was in this action that both Major Sultan Sher Afghan Kiani and Lieutenant Muhammad Munir Akbar were awarded Sitara Jurat. As you can see, first defensive position occupied by the 1st Punjab, 10 Punjab and 38 Baluch on night 5th 6th December. As you can see, this is how the Indians are attacking. 3 battalions, 1 battalion on the left in contact supported by a tank squadron, another battalion following the tank squadron, a 3rd battalion in the center. As you can see, this is the first defensive position occupied by 1st Punjab, 10 Punjab and 38 Baluch on the night 5th 6th December 1971. As you can see, the defensive battles. Brigadier Rizvi engages in much verbosity but totally avoided the real details. Rizvi stated that at one stage of the 8 December 1971 battle, Brigadier Jazeb Arbab ordered deployment of 20 FF and 38 Baluch on 1st Punjab's left flank. As you can see, 38 Baluch and 20 FF are shifted to the left flank. This is the claim of Rizvi. As you can see, 38 Baluch and 20 FF shifted to the left flank of 1st Punjab. As according to Rizvi, Indians were going to outflank 1st Punjab, so these 2 battalions were deployed on the left flank, as you can see with the scale and everything. Finally, at 1600 hours on 8 December 1971, Brigadier Jazeb Arbab ordered withdrawal to next delaying line on the India-Pakistan border, a distance of about 6 miles. On Indian side now, 6 independent armored squadron comprising T-55 tanks was also ordered to join the pursuit on 7 December 71 as per Indian Armored Corps historian. As discussed earlier, the Indian pursuit force already included 20 Lancers, less a squadron comprising AMX-13 tanks. I was surprised to note that all Indian accounts totally ignored the Indian attack of 9 December, in which 13 Kumaon with 6th Independent Tank Squadron inflicted the highest casualties on the Pakistani infantry. Could this be linked to the fact that this battalion was lawaris, that is patronless? Even Indian official history of 1971 totally ignored 13 Kumaon rifles, which as per Pakistani officers inflicted one of the highest casualties on the 1st Punjab and 10 Punjab on 9 December 1971. Indian official history, badly written, casually stated that a company of 17 Rajputana rifles advanced till masitwari Bhit in Pakistan. Second delaying position battle 9 December 1971 during the withdrawal to international border position near Masitwari Bhit. 10 Punjab was the rear guard while 1 Punjab was the first to leave defences of the first delaying position. 10 Punjab reached the international border at 0300 hours 9 December 1971. 1st Punjab and 10 Punjab withdrawal from first delaying position to the second delaying position at the international border on night 8th 9 December. As you can see, these two indomitable battalions, they withdrew in face of Indian 30 Brigade and occupied the final delaying position, while 38 Baluch and 20 FF withdraw further south into Pakistan. These two battalions occupy the second delaying position on the Pakistani border on night 8th 9 December. On the second delaying position, 1st Punjab was on left of the track while 10 Punjab was on the right of the track. Indian attack commenced at 1000 hours 9 December 1971, threatening the left flank of 1st Punjab. As per Brigadier Rizvi, 206 Brigade Commander Jahanzeb Arbab, who was not a good tactician, author's opinion in italics, bold black underlined, ordered 2 companies of 10 Punjab to the rear of 1 Punjab. This created a gap of 3500 yards between forward companies of 10 Punjab and the rear 2 companies. As you can see, Brigadier Jahanzeb Arbab, to cover the left flank threat of the 1st Punjab, ordered 2 depth companies of 10 Punjab to move left like this, and thus there was a gap in between the 2 companies of 10 Punjab. As you can see, Indians were trying to outflank from the north side. As you can see here, the Indian commander totally ignored and boycotted the so-called Indian military historians apparently sensed the Pakistani imbalance. The man in this case being Lieutenant Colonel R.V. Jatar, lovingly called Raghu. This audacious and brilliant unsung hero of Indian Army 1971, totally whitewashed and ignored by Indian military historians who were damn dishonest. This audacious and brilliant unsung hero, Colonel R.V. Jatar, launched a bold attack exploiting this gap and routing both 1st Punjab and 10 Punjab. The brunt of this attack fell on the 2 right forward companies of 10 Punjab, who suffered the highest casualties suffered by any infantry battalion in longanewala battles. As you can see, this is the 13 Kumaon attack, right flank of 206 Brigade. As you can see, 13 Kumaon attacks the southern flank, the right flank of 206 Brigade, delaying position, thus forcing both 10 Punjab and 1st Punjab to retreat in order to cover themselves, and in the process of inflicting heavy casualties on 10 Punjab and 1st Punjab. As you can see, this is the 13 Kumaon attack with 2 tank troops, and this indomitable battalion 13 Kumaon totally ignored and intellectually, dishonestly, totally omitted by the Indian official history of 71 war. How dishonest can official histories be? You can see here, 13 Kumaon outflanks the Pakistani position from the south. As you can see here, 10 Punjab had lost its equilibrium because Jahanzeb Arbab had sent 2 of its depth companies to the north. As you can see, This is the outflanking battle. Since 13 Command and 2 troops of 6 independent armored squadron had reached the soft rear depth of the delaying position, 1st Punjab and 10 Punjab were literally routed, if we believe the Indian accounts, and withdrew in disorder towards Gabbar. Analysis. As you can see, this is a short analysis. Indian 12th Division attack commencing 6 December 1971, which was thrown to winds by the Longanewala attack. This is the attack. As you can see, this attack was aimed at Rahim Yar Khan. As you can see, it was never launched because Indian commander Khambata lost his nerve. As you can see, in white is the Indian holding brigade, as you can see, and in red is the Indian attacking brigade, as you can see from Islamgarh, Rahim Yar Khan. As you can see, main attack brigades for Rahim Yar Khan 12th Division, as you can see, 2 brigades attacking Rahim Yar Khan and a holding brigade, 3rd brigade, as you can see, holding area north of Sadewala, Tanot, etc. You can see Kishangarh, and as you can see, the Longanewala battalion was a very small affair, in all of these dispositions, but they played the main role. As you can see, 20 Lancers led squadron to join main attack on night 5th 6th December. This was the Indian attack plan, and this attack was never launched because of the Longanewala attack. Indian divisional commander lost his nerve. So whether Pakistanis intended or not, Rahim Yar Khan was saved by the failed Pakistani attack on Longanewala, which totally unnerved Khambata, who was a weak commander in any case. About 1990, Indian accounts of 71 war revealed that Longanewala attack had led to Indian army abandoning its offensive towards Rahim Yar Khan. Z.A. Khan's book, published in 1998, called Longanewala a classic spoiling attack of Pakistan army, but this was wisdom of Z.A. Khan after the event, wisdom of hindsight, as they call it. Main cause of failure of Longanewala attack: lack of air support was the main cause of Longanewala attack, and main culprits why this happened was Pakistan Army Chief of Staff General Abdul Hamid Khan and the Chief of General Staff Gul Hasan Khan, who never understood how lack of air support could destroy all chances of Pakistani success. Pakistani Air Force position was very clear in stating that Pakistan Army would be required to give prior notice to the Air Force, which was never given. So basically, Longanewala, in not arranging air support, was a Pakistan Army failure, clear cut. There is absolutely no doubt about it. Fazl Mukim Khan, in his book published in 1973, blamed the Army Chief of Staff Hamid Khan for not demanding air support for the 18th Division attack. This is the Pakistani first official version of the 71 war, published version. Mukim Khan, however, unfairly blamed the Pakistan Air Force Chief Rahim Khan, towards whom he bore a personal grudge. As you can see, Fazl Mukim Khan, at times, very relevant, and at times, he used to talk a lot of nonsense, and he unfairly blamed Rahim Khan in his book because he bore a personal grudge. In a recently published more balanced history of Air Force, Air Commodore Kaisar Tufail squarely and rightly blamed the army for not giving Pakistan Air Force prior notice of 4 to 10 days as specifically asked by the Air Force to activate Jacobabad airfield to provide air cover and air support to the 18 Division attack. Casualties suffered at Longanewala. Now the casualties are a very important gauge of the performance of infantry or any unit. Now we will examine the casualties suffered in Longanewala. As you can see, in terms of casualties, 10 Punjab and 1 Punjab. 10 Punjab and 1 Punjab, the participating units suffered relatively 10 Punjab and 1 Punjab, the participating units suffered relatively low casualties. As you can see, 1st Punjab suffered 16 casualties, mostly suffered in the Lilling battle of 9 December. 10 Punjab suffered 22 casualties again in the final Lilling battle of 9 December 1971. 41 Punjab saw no action. As you can see, 28 Baluch was much blamed for absenting itself from the battle and was blamed by Major General Shaukat Raza and Brigadier Zade Khan. We will discuss this battalion in more detail and another podcast. 28 Baluch suffered only 2 fatal casualties in whole of 1971 war, and this too because the battalion was spread from Islamgarh to Run of Kutch. So there were only 2 companies of 28 Baluch RNS in Longanewala operation. More on this later, we will discuss this. 20FF did hardly any fighting. Like 28 Baluch, they lost only 2 killed and saw limited action. Nothing much to write about. 38 Baluch also claims to have done heavy fighting, but they only lost 12 people killed total, and mostly in air attack by Indians, because the Indian accounts are very clear that this battalion never attacked Longanewala. They never came more than 400 meters near Longanewala, Chandpuri's company. 22 cavalry again, hardly any fighting, never attacked Longanewala post as per Indian accounts, and these 16 as per they lost in the air attack by Indians. 38 cavalry near zero fighting, lost 4 killed in air attack by the Indians, and these 4 also 38 cavalry lost for whole of the 18 division, because 2 squadrons of 38 cavalry were here and the 3rd squadron was in Chor, which also saw action. So 38 cavalry also hardly any fighting. As you can see, Lieutenant General Gul Hasan Khan had never commanded armor in any actual war. His ideas about air power influenced armor operations in the desert. In his ideas about how air power influenced armor operations in the desert were limited. He bears the major responsibility for the Longanewala failure. Although in his autobiography he makes very tall claims. General Hamid, being Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Staff of the Army, bears the major share, as he was the overall senior most military decision maker. Lieutenant Colonel Akram Sayyid, more famous for being a dashing, swashbuckling officer, was tactically naive and can be squarely blamed for not launching a night attack on Longanewala if he had to attack Longanewala at all. And we must remember that Akram Sayyid was clearly told to bypass Longanewala. He was never supposed to attack Longanewala, and even here the versions are not clear, because as per the defender's account, Pakistani tanks never came near Longanewala, they stayed 400 meters away. 2 battalions, 1st Punjab and 10 Punjab of the Pakistan Army, did the lion's share of fighting and were most outstanding and deserve great praise. Sadly, 10 Punjab did not recover the body of one of their company commanders, a major whose body was recovered by 13 Kumaun and buried in the desert. This abandoning of the dead body was totally hoodwinked and whitewashed by Rizvi, as he always does, like in 18 Punjab's case also in attack on Sardar Post in 65 or pre-war run of Kutch. Rizvi had whitewashed Khatlani's dead body being abandoned also. So these sore points are generally whitewashed and covered, although justice to history demands that they should also be discussed. Now, Annexure 2. Indian 12 division change of plans as a result of Pakistani 18 division attack at Longanewala. According to Major General Sukhwant Singh, the Pakistani attack on Longanewala led the following changes in the Indian 12 division plan. It was for Bevoor to decide on war from the 2 or 3 options he had. After providing for the defense of the rear areas, he could continue with the planned offensive towards Rahim Khan. Having committed the major portion of its armor, the Rahim Khan defences could now be lightly held and easier to take. Any thrust reaching them would automatically make Pakistan recoil from Longanewala. 12 Infantry Division was now poised for an offensive, and within a few hours it could be on the move. He could alternatively divert the major thrust to Gabbar and trap the enemy column frontally, and with a shorter hook from Sadewala get behind the enemy. In any case, since this potential threat with one brigade group and one armoured regiment towards Ramgarh was in the chief's operational instructions, the measures to meet the thrust should have been included in the Bevoor's contingency planning. With his characteristic caution, although unwarranted by the situation, he ordered 12 Division to adopt the following defensive posture by first light on 6 December. So, Indian Southern Command Chief Bevoor lost his nerve. Bevoor ordered the following defensive measures: Longanewala Sadewala area, 1 infantry brigade group including Armored Squadron T-55 and 1 troop AMX 13, Kishangarh Islamgarh Sakherewala Khu area, 1 battalion group plus, Ramgarh area, 1 brigade group with 1 armored regiment less 1 squadron. The 3rd brigade was in the process of winding up from its assembly area and was to be used to destroy the enemy. Bevoor further ordered that at this stage to Khambata to tighten the defense of the forward area under as the brigade holding Longanewala Sadewala to concentrate in a compact defended sector in and around Longanewala. The 2nd brigade, which had established itself at Ramgarh, to upstake and establish a firm base south and southwest of Longanewala by last light. The 3rd brigade to be responsible for the defense of Sadewala, Tanot, Kishangarh, Sakherewala Khu sector. Bevoor lost his nerve and abandoned the planned attack on Rahim Khan. Although according to Indian General Sukhwant Singh, Indians had every chance of success if they had attacked Rahim Khan, but loss of nerves by the Indian commanders thanks to the Longanewala Pakistani attack, which although a failure was a strategic success. But this was discovered much later by the Pakistanis. In various articles published in Pakistan Army Journal and in so many debriefings in the Military Operation Directorate where my father was serving, Longanewala was always regarded as a failure. But this Zede Khan version that Pakistani spoiling attack was a success emerged only in 1999. Sukhwant Singh says that the Indian chief was getting restive and was demanding action to make good use of the enemy's folly. Constant goading urged Bevoor to order 12 Infantry Division to go on the offensive, saying that Khambata must plan to destroy the enemy force quickly, if possible by last light 8 December 1971. He also stipulated that the plan should be based on a brigade attack supported by artillery and armor, and he wanted the plan to reach Jodhpur by 1100 hours 7 December. Lastly, we will cover Islamgarh, small old fort manned by the Pakistani Rangers. Indian officer in an article claimed that the area was manned by elements of 28 Baluch, Rakian support, 10 of whom this force captured in the attack on Islamgarh. It's a minor operation, but I am just discussing. As captured by Indian Army 3rd Battalion Rajputana Rifles of 45 Infantry Brigade of 12 Division at 0400 hours 5th December. Annexure 4. Indian 12 Division Commander, Indian General Officer commanding 12 Division was described by Indian military historian Sukhwant Singh as below. Major General Khambata, who had taken over the division a few months earlier, this officer was professionally the least qualified of his time to hold the general's rank. He was not a staff college graduate, nor had he attended any other worthwhile course, and had nothing to show in spheres of command. This is what Major General Sukhwant Singh says about Khambata. He then continues, his only qualification was that he had been Assistant Military Secretary at Headquarters Eastern Command on personal appointment to two future chiefs, Kumara Mangalam and Manekshaw. Kumara Mangalam gave him an infantry brigade and Manekshaw a division. Must have, worked very hard on these two. I don't know how, but made an impression, and yet was total failure in the war. His promotion had caused quite a bit of heartburning in the army, says Sukhwant Singh. In fact, the number of aspirants for the personal appointments increased thereafter, because Indian officers realized that it pays to do apple polishing with Kumara Mangalam and Manekshaw, because this officer got this Khambata, this hopeless guy, he got command of a brigade and a division. In fact, the number of aspirants for personal appointments increased thereafter, as Sukhwant Singh notes. It was widely known that Bevoor did not like him, nor did he care much for Bevoor. I mean, Khambata also didn't much care for Bevoor because he was close to Manekshaw. But neither was in a position to alter the situation. In the end, they just tolerated each other. This is how Sukhwant Singh sums up this, sad situation. So we end here. This was the longanewala battle. The second part dealt with the delaying battles as far as an analysis why longanewala failed. Actually, if one concludes with the benefit of hindsight, Pakistanis succeeded in unnerving the Indians inadvertently. They had never planned to do so. And Indian commander Khambata bears the sole responsibility for throwing the Indian victory in the south to the winds.